Alright, what is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the Stackmaster Brawl. We are playing some ABATHUR today. Let's get cracking. Brawl modifiers, we have Bountiful, which is always great, double income, and then we also have Endurance. Units never time out anymore. They just keep going, baby. So with ABATHUR, I know what you're thinking. We're gonna run some Swarm Host, and that's partially true. I think I want to spam Guardians. We also have Rescue Strike, which is a defensive nuke on your side of the field that you can drop to, like, you know, try and reset the wave. I'm against Nova. We are definitely going to need this to open with some Swarm Hosts first. So Swarm Hosts are going to cause Nova to get Hellbats and also get tanks, and that's where the Guardians and Vipers come in. Guardians going to bamboozle. I mean, Guardians going to just be constant DPS, and Vipers are going to shut down the ground, and that's going to be pretty good. So yeah. Anyways. We're gonna have to build up to it. Looks like we have Han on our team, and we have a Dahaka. Okay. Well, it's not the worst situation. I don't know what the other enemies are playing as, though, so that's gonna be a bit of a problem. But I do know is that my Swarm Host is out on the field already. Bro's out and about. With Endurance, I think before you could actually, like, Swarm Hosts were nerfed because you could prevent them from unburrowing. There was an option to stop that from happening. But that got removed because of the Endurance Brawl modifier, because you could just keep them burrowed here forever. They would just be here forever. So you could just start artificially stacking Swarm Hosts forever. But you know what the beautiful part is? They're just going to be here forever. Unless they push down our bunker and destroy it, or, you know, we push them down, they're just going to be here forever. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with the core of Swarm Hosts first. And then we're going to go from there. Oh, we got Stukov. Ooh, okay. Well, Stukov decided to march his boys in one at a time. And he also didn't get the jump, so they all got roasted. Lamau. And then there's Artanis. Artanis actually doesn't stack it so well. And he kind of is weak at clearing stacks this week. Hold up. Because he runs out of ammo. You know? If, like, the best way to clear stacks is to get Reavers, and when your Reavers run out of ammo, well, that's just not a good day for you. And you're probably likely to run out of ammo because units never unstack. So, like, they never despawn. Because, you know, before you're in a sticky situation, whatever, units despawned, you're clear. But now they never do that. So what are you gonna do besides the step bro stuff? Anyways, Nova's shotgun got nerfed. Oh, is she gonna see me? Oh, she has her tanks in gun mode. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna drop a fat mend here. I'm gonna keep mending here. I mended twice already. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, so I think I actually just have to push tier 3 and grab Vipers and shut her down. Like, I'm gonna have to get some Vipers and shut her down. Actually, no, before I get Vipers, I think I should just get Guardians. Guardians, and I'm gonna biomass... Should I biomass the Guardians? I don't know. Can you imagine if there was auras on the Endurance week? Endurance auras? That would be so good. But yeah, I think Zagara is actually especially weak this week. Simply because, well, she can't... Oh, dude, are these guys not gonna hit the air units here? No, 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 no. Oh, no. Okay, well, I scanned for no reason here. But yeah, like, because Zagara, like, you kind of reach critical mass by pushing through one wave into another wave. But if there's more things to push through to, like, you're just going to struggle a bit more this week. So yeah, like, I think Zagara actually kind of gets soft nerfed this week. So Guardians, I think I'm going to put them slightly back here. I don't think I quite have enough Guardians yet, but... because Guardians, the one thing about ABATHUR Guardians is that they have 12 range, so that advantage is actually pretty massive when it comes to stacking and staying alive. Artanis, I think, is just trying to push through with lots and lots of zealots. I mean, that is a certainly an approach, but he also has all of this, like the Guardian Shell, which keeps him alive and pretty healthy for a while. And Guardian Shell actually allows you to survive nukes. So if anything, Artanis definitely has that as an advantage. You know, he's got Guardian Shell. Anyways, Guardians are just going to bombard these tanks here, and Bro can't do anything about it. Because tanks can't hit Guardians, but Guardians can hit tanks. and I love that part. There we go. Get him. Get him. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more Guardians here, because while we're pushed in, Guardians are actually such a great unit to have. I don't have them on Biomass right now, but yeah, I think this guy's saving for Alexander. Well, actually, no, he's got a tank. Well, I mean, Alexander to Haunted Horner. If Haunted Horner's ready for it, it's not a big deal. Haunted Horner's not ready for it, it is kind of a big deal. But yeah. Oh no, my Guardians got in range of the Dragoons. Oh, they got gooned on. Bro got nutted on. But yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I've low-key kind of been back into Magic the Gathering and like building a commander deck again. I have one commander deck that I really like, which is just Landfall. Landfall is always great. I love Landfall. A Simic Landfall especially. There's a card called AC, Tyrant of Dire Strike. And basically what he does is whenever you can put down an extra land per turn. You're only limited to 1 land per turn. So now you can put down 2 lands. And on top of that, whenever you put down a land, you draw a card. So if you put down 2 lands, which you can draw 2 cards per turn. So safe to say, it's a pretty insane engine, and it just takes off. And once it takes off, you can basically do whatever you want with the deck. Like you can summon big guys, you can cast big spells, you can make lots of tokens. It's like you know, the world's your oyster. It's my favorite commander deck because, you know, I can build various versions of it. You know, switch out like 20 cards, and now it's a totally different kind of deck, but the backbone still works the same. You know, it's very modular. Anyways, as you can see here, the Guardians are going to start pounding. They're going to start pounding them. So bro's starting to get some Goliaths here, which is fine. I'll let him get comfortable with those Goliaths, because you know what's going to happen? We're going to get some Vipers, and the Goliaths are going to be really sad. Like look at this. Oh yeah. Also, ABATHUR with Mend is kind of delicious, because you can just mend your allies' units as well, so then they stay alive for longer. Oh, there he is. There is bro. We're going to need an answer to that. Actually, I think my Swarm Hosts are kind of an answer to Alexander. I think I'm literally just going to go Swarm Host Guardian, Swarm Host Guardian. Like, because like the Swarm Hosts and Guardians... Oh, wait, the Guardians getting pulled in. The Swarm Hosts are basically going to constantly be summoning stuff for Alexander to like deal with. But Alexander is killing the Guardians, which is bad. Can we get some Deimos Vikings here? If we have Deimos Vikings, we should be fine. Like, low genuinely. But yeah, I think I'm going to always Biomass Swarm Host though, because I think the only reason you'd Biomass the Guardian is obviously you want it for more deeps, but I don't think we need to, because we already have quite a lot of deeps. Just simply by staying alive and not dying is the deeps that the Guardians can apply, you know? Like, the one thing is, if Guardians die, then yeah, sure, like, they have bad DPS, right? But you can say that for every unit. But yeah. But yeah, because, like, I don't know, like, I don't really, I've actually never actually built the physical deck for my commander deck, but like I play it on, I use a Cockatrice, which is a bootleg, open source, free version of online Magic the Gathering. Because the other ones are like, you have to buy each game individually for each content expansion. You know, POV, the credit card is the most powerful card. And I also don't like buying the physical cards as well, because, like, you know, POV credit card is the most powerful card. At the end of the day, it's just make-believe, right? So yeah, every time I made the decks, it's always just been, like, through proxies, and then, like, I just play with my buddies. But yeah, I want to see if I can convince them to cook up another commander deck and play. My buddies like to play, like, control decks, though. Like, sort of, like, cuck, you can't do anything decks. Oh, we dropped the nuke. Okay. You know what? I should probably put down some Vipers, actually. Like, I don't have any Vipers here. Should we drop a second nuke? Oh, I hope we don't have to. Yeah, sorry, I've been getting a little lost in the sauce here. Hold on, let me lock in a little bit. Let me lock in a little bit. We might need to deal with things here. Deimos Vikings, Alexander. Oh, we got this thing. You know what though? When it's double income, like, you can get so much stuff. It's like you unlock cheat codes. That's why I think Bountiful's great. You know, you just unlock cheat codes. Anyways, let's get some Virulent Microbes. I'm gonna get some Vipers here. Maybe like 2 more Vipers on each side, and that'll shut them down. Oh, but we got some High Templar though. I might take down my Vipers. That might be bad. But you know what? We got the ultimate end game Creeper Host. Creeper Hosts are literally the ultimate late game unit. You simply like, you simply cannot deal with creeper hosts in the late game once they start stacking. Like, they literally just become so oppressive. Like, POV, what are you going to do with the creeper host, you know? When the creeper hosts pull up on you, what are you going to do? Where were you when the creeper host pulled up on you? Oh. Anyways, Guardians are still cooking. I mean, we got Guardians and we got Carriers. So, like, we basically kind of, we nullify Nova's strongest assets, aka her tanks. That can be interpreted in multiple ways. And then we use our Guardians to, like, just smash everything else. The only problem is obviously Alexander. Alexander just, actually, you know what? The Demon Vikings just kind of annihilated him. These Demon Vikings have too much health for Alexander to deal with. Damn, we're cooking again, boys. We're back in business. We're back in business. There we go. Get some more Guardians here. Get some more Swarm Hosts. Swarm Hosts generate things to tank. Guardians do the damage. The perfect ecosystem, boys. Alright, let's get that forecast, though. We're probably gonna get nuked here. Whoever has to drop the last nuke, like, they're gonna lose, you know? Like, that's the problem. So we don't want to be the one to drop the last nuke. But look at these Goliaths now. Instantly useless. Impotent. Instantly useless. Grab all his tanks. That's why ABATHUR's package is actually so great, you know? Bro's got the best package. Like, imagine if the Haka had access to Vipers. His Guardians would actually be cooking too. Although I don't think the Haka needs access to Vipers, right? Yeah, okay, so there's a nuke. We just lost a fat stack. Do we have an answer to Alexander, though, in what's left of our stack? No, we don't. Okay. But yeah, it's mostly just like nuke cycling. So since we dropped the first nuke, we kind of want to set up a situation where they have to drop the last nuke. I mean they have to drop. I mean, we still have one nuke left, and then we drop the last one. Because otherwise, like, it kind of does get a little predictable, in a sense that, like, you drop, I drop, you drop, I drop, and whoever has the last one has the deciding factor. So if we can generate an overwhelming advantage without having to drop all these nukes, then yeah. Although I think my wave is a little weak here, actually. My wave needs time to build up. So yeah, maybe the thing I gotta do is buy some more roaches and queens. That's probably what I should prioritize right now. Yeah, let's do that. I need a wall up with some roaches here. Some roaches, some queens. Because my backline's doing. I'm basically all backline right now. Did we drop a nuke? We dropped a nuke. Okay, well, I got the last nuke. Alright, so we've got, like, maybe a few more waves to go. 2 waves, 3 waves of time left before it comes around back to us again. So yeah, let's get the adaptive plating here. And then the bile, tunneling claws. Get that going. Artanis' wave is actually really bad for me because he can just feed back my Vipers, and then I don't really have a good answer to all this stuff here. That's a lot of Guardians, though. Like, holy Guardians. They're taking out all of my... I'm not Guardians. Goliaths. They're taking out all my Guardians. So many Goliaths. Huh. Let me see. Put down our queen here. Like, we got to build up some more momentum again, and then we'll get cooking again. But I think I'm gonna biomass again. Wait, I can't tell. The only problem is I wish I could tell how many kills my units got, because I can't tell. Because with endurance, when your units don't time out, I think they don't register kills. Like, I don't know what the code is, but like it's something's going on, right? So they don't register the kills. And that's a problem. Actually, Artanis' wave is gonna kind of blow me up here. Oh, dude, we're gonna have to drop our last nuke. We're probably gonna have. Okay, well, I think that just means we're cooked. Yeah, Nova tanks are just a little strong. We're gonna drop it right here. Boom. No more nukes. We're fried. We're fried, baby. Yeah. Flawed execution? Maybe. Maybe the Guardians are too far back. Here, I'm actually gonna pull them up, because I don't think anything's hitting them, right? So they're basically just tanks, in the sense that you want them to fire as fast as possible, as early as possible, into the wave. But yeah, I think Artanis' front line is just really good right now. Bro's just sending it in. But yeah, we're out of nukes. They still have 2, so like they're at a huge advantage. Safe to say, we are at a huge disadvantage. Cause like look, this stacks up, and then they just blow it up, and then we're good, and then we're done. I can't believe we needed to use 2 nukes to stabilize though. I guess whoever used that second nuke just didn't use it at the right time. Because I think we have to nuke Nova's wave. Nova's wave is just a little too strong. As long as these Goliaths are distracted by my Swarm host, my Guardians can cook. But if they're not, then we're kind of fried. Got some Apox coming in as well. Like our wave actually gets so much value, but we just get nuked and then like that's it. Because once we start stacking, like we actually are kind of hard to beat. Like once our stack gets going, like it does get kind of crazy. But all they got to do is nuke the Hawkers wave here, and then like we're done. We're done with. They can drop it right on the middle here, to be honest, but it doesn't get all our backline stuff. I think that's what they ultimately really want to get. But yeah, I'm gonna drop it in our Swarm host here. And so if they nuke here, actually I don't think this is worth nuking right now. But if they get rid of this, because like my wave is kind of squishy. But if they nuke here, then like that's it. I would nuke here and end the game. I don't know why they didn't. I guess whoever has the 2 nukes, maybe they don't know how to use it. But this is like the best time to use the nuke. Because right now my Viper's just dominating them. We got all that range right now going. Let's get another Guardian. Get some more. Like this is a better time. There's no better time to nuke than now, boys. Like, just drop it. Claude, make no mistakes. Drop that nuke. POV Claude. Claude would have nuked like 10 waves ago. Would have been the first thing he did, boys. Well, I guess the other players don't know how to nuke, so I guess effectively they only have 1 nuke. Lamau. Alright, well, I guess it works out anyway. Kind of crazy though. Not gonna lie, like they still have time to drop the nuke right now. Obviously, we're not gonna tell them. The team's probably telling them, like, bro, who has the nukes? Just use them. Bro, they were like edging. They were edging that nuke, bro. We should have lost this game. Whoever had the 2 nukes, they just didn't know how to use them. Well, there we have it, boys. We snatched defeat. I mean, we snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, boys. A game we should not have won. Won by the fact that the enemy team just didn't know how to use nukes. Yeah, by the way, Nova, this is how many Goliaths you'll need as Nova to deal with anything that flies. Yeah, Nova definitely. Nova definitely crushed my Guardians there, for sure. Oh well. Well, actually, let's look at the overview. Yes, Stukov did no damage. Nova dealing the most damage makes sense, because her tanks are just so much value. And then, like, obviously her Goliaths shut down the sky. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, be sure to leave a like. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.
In the rear with the gear. The tires. Let's light some fires.
Need a light.